All right. Good morning. Good morning. Absolutely mind blown. I don't even know what to say besides that I feel like I'm losing my mind, which is funny because I felt like I found the work that I found because I felt like I lost my mind. And now I found the work that I found, and now I feel like I'm really losing my mind. So this is so much for my brain to digest and chew on and comprehend, and everything at the time of this recording is based on where I currently am and how I currently see the world, which can change, right? Because it has, and I'm sure it will. So understand that. God, there's so much I can talk about right now, but it really goes off of the biggest thing that just blew my brain is that you don't have a view of the world. You are your view of the world. And gosh, there's so many ways I can go with this. I feel like a big part of suffering is not realizing that, because you don't understand that part of the game. And it's almost like you need to know these rules in order to relieve yourself of suffering. You're not broken, you're bound. And you're bound because, ironically enough, you're looking at the game wrong. You're looking at your own perception. As wild as that might sound, let me make sure that's digestible for you guys. You're not seeing that you are perception. There is no you, right? There is you, excuse me. It's just the you that you think you are is not the you that you are. Like, people would go, oh, that's Paul, the brown-haired guy with the blue eyes, and he's 6 foot, and he's in sales, and and he likes enlightenment. And it's just like, it's stuff like that, right? I am not the body. I am the perception. I am literally the perception. And this makes so much more sense in terms of why enlightenment is enlightenment, because if enlightenment is the lack of I, right? It's the dissolution of I. Well, how do I dissolve the I if I'm still here? How can a being become enlightened if they are still here physically? So that must mean that everything else that is still here was not the I. Does that make sense? So it's like, if I can achieve enlightenment here and now, what is the only, well, everything else doesn't need to be solved. Everything else that still exists when someone reaches enlightenment means that that's not them. Sorry guys, you're just gonna have to bear with me. My brain's just, it's been going through a lot for the past 24 hours. I have so much to say. I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know what to say. I have so much to say. But you don't react to the illusion. Don't react to the illusion. How do I articulate this? Oh, I can't wait to figure out a way to articulate this. It's going to be magnificent. That way I can convey the message and you guys can understand it. But just know that the only thing that is actually you is your view. That's it. It's the way you look at things. That is the you. And when you can understand this, it's just like, oh, no one's doing anything to me. No one's doing anything to you. Everything is 100% self-inflicted. Like, you are the view. You don't have a view of the world. You are the view of the world. Oh my God, this is just blowing my mind. Because I've wondered for so long. I remember just growing up and being like in 4th grade, and we would go to class, and I'm like laying down on my backpack. Like I had a dark green JanSport. It was Heathrow Elementary, and I was outside this classroom, and there were like 2 doors, right? This classroom and that classroom, and there was this little light, and there was dew, and it was really early in the morning, and the teachers weren't ready to let us in the classroom yet. And I would just lay down on my backpack, like on the cement. I would just lay down, and I would use my backpack as a pillow. And I remember just losing myself in the light. It was morning, so the light gave off a lot of light. And I'm just like, I don't know who I am. Like, who am I? Like, it's like I was having, like, I feel like my whole life has just been like an identity crisis. Like, I've never known who I am. Like, I'll look in the mirror sometimes, and I don't know if it's disassociation. I don't know if it's derealization. I don't know if someone would classify it as a mental illness. But I would just look in the mirror, and I'd be like, I see you, but I don't know you. I don't know who you are. Like, my whole life. And then there were times where I would, receive attention, and then I'd feel more grounded in my identity, right? But it was very fleeting. It never lasted. It never existed. And I would assert that, I'm not sure. I can't speak for everybody. I can just speak, on my perspective of everybody. That this is not a common experience. People don't walk around, with an identity crisis all the time. Like, I'm sure there are, I've heard of, times where, they'll go through this period. My period has been as long as I can remember. And maybe that's why I'm doing the work I'm doing. It's just like, maybe it was meant for me, and I was meant for it. If enlightenment is the lack of I, and I've never felt, an I, a sense of I, then I don't know. Or maybe it's just mental illness. That scares me. But at this point, I'm not really too concerned, because I operate off of the assertion that anything is curable. So yeah, guys, you are not the you that you think you are. You are just you are the perception. Because I was like, oh, I have a perception. I have a perception. And that will create this incorrect view, and it won't allow you to actually transcend. It won't allow you to evolve, and it's just like, guys, I'm still digesting this. Wow, my brain is just really, because I have so many questions now that I've been presented with this, and it's like, okay, if this is true, and then I have all these questions now, and now it's really, I didn't know this, and now, it's very overwhelming to my brain. So, that is a very tricky statement. I have this perception. You'll always be stuck in the illusion then. Always, because you are not this I that has a perception. You are the perception. That is the I. Do you get what? I don't know how to articulate it. Do you guys get what the fuck I'm saying? That is the most frustrating thing as someone who wants to create change, is experiencing it for yourself, but then not knowing how to articulate it for others. And it's just like, it's such a game. It's such a drug. It's just like, fuck, okay, I experienced this. How do I get other people to experience this? How do I articulate this? And it's just like, it's such a challenge. It's such a rush. And it's just like, guys, I'm going to do my best to make sure that I can articulate this. It might not be in this video, but I will get it eventually. So yeah, that's all I can say. And I know it's very similar to the message I gave yesterday. But yeah, I'm getting ready to ground. I'm getting ready to take my hoodie off and just sit in the sun and sun gaze for a little bit, and keep fasting. And I feel like this next 6 months is going to be wild. Absolutely wild. Oh, Peter was talking about another thing, where you just time slows down because there's no urgency, from the pain. It's just like, oh, I don't feel good enough. So you're just like, fuck, time is moving so fast. Like, I need to make more money. I need to be with more girls. I need to do this. I need to achieve that. And it's just like, time, the urgency slows down, and you would think your productivity would decrease because you're like, oh, you don't have this drive anymore. no, you're a lot more present, and you can achieve your productivity level skyrockets when you're present. I'd say it's such a funny statement as I catch myself saying it, as if I'm implying that you are productive when you're not present. It's like you're not. You're just doing busy work. You're just doing the ego's work, and it's just like, oh gosh, sorry, my brain is just so what does this mean? Whew, yeah, this is just a lot. Wow. Guys, I'm like, reality does not seem like reality. The longer I go on this journey, the longer I'm looking at reality differently, and it's frightening at first because I'm seeing the same thing differently. So it's a different thing, and it's just like, wait, I've been here before, but I've not been here before. And it's very trippy. It's a very trippy experience. It's scary because it kind of, there's a slight panic of aloneness. But that too is an illusion. But it just feels very real. Peter was saying that you just lose this sense of urgency, and so there's two ways I've experienced this. There's one way I've experienced this, I guess you could call spiritually, through Peter's work. Then there's another way that I experienced this, and I just got there physically, but I experienced it spiritually. So I guess it's all the same place. I just got there two different ways. I got there mentally through Peter's work, and then I got there physically through fasting. I did a 8-day hard dry fast, and time slowed down. It felt like eternity in a moment. It just wouldn't, it was just, whoa, why is this not moving along? Why is this taking forever? And then I realized I was so productive when I finished that dry fast. And I was moving at 1/10 of the speed. And my brain had 1/10 of the things it was thinking about. It felt off, but it felt so on, if that makes sense. It felt like there was no load, but it felt like I was achieving 10 times before what I could achieve. It felt so empty, I guess is a better way of putting it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. So I'm just going to end it here in fear of just going in circles. But just know I'm onto something. And it is exciting. It is frightening. It has definitely been enlightening, to say the least. Each time I have a breakthrough like this, it's just a melting pot of emotions. It's just a mixing pot of emotions. There's just so many feelings, and it's just so liberating and freeing, but also frightening, because it's like, wow, I didn't know an experience like this existed, even with my current perspective and imagination. And it's just like, what else is there then? What else is there that I'm not seeing? And I don't know that I'm not seeing it because I can't even imagine it. And then I experience it, and then I'm just like, it's almost like my imagination is limited by my current perception and my current state of awareness, and then it expands, and it's just like, I don't know, kind of like the universe into more nothingness, and it's just I'm just continuously expanding, and it's like, when does the expansion end? Does it end? Is this even expansion, what I'm feeling? It's just so many questions. So anyways, see you in the next one.